Until last summer, Washington, D.C. was the only place in America you could not legally carry a gun outside of your house. But that all changed when a judge ruled that rule unconstitutional. Our next guest has been trying to gain a carry permit in the District of Columbia and now finally has an answer from the Metropolitan Police Department. Joining us right now, Second Amendment rights proponent and the author of the book, Emily Gets Her Gun. Also, she's an investigative reporter for WTTG, Emily Miller. Good morning, Emily.
Morning, Steve. Thanks for having me. Well, I'll tell you, I was shocked when I got the police chief's decision on my application. We'll get to that in a sec. But D.C.'s new law set the bar very high to get a carry permit for a handgun. You have to prove you have what's called special dangers, which are specific and current threats against you or your property. So I had very little hope when I applied last fall. I started by going to the firearms registration office at police headquarters. Oh, I want to apply for a gun carry permit.
Yes, ma'am.
The police tell you up front, few will pass muster.
When you have to prove that your life's in danger, your family or your property, or you have the type of business where you carry large sums of money, cash or jewelry, and under those circumstances, that's why you can have a concealed carry in the District of Columbia.
So I got police reports from 2 different threats against me. Thank you. And the FBI warning about a terrorist group targeting journalists. Then I turned in my application at the end of November.
Okay, well, I dropped off my application in the permit office. I paid $75. It's non-refundable. I asked what happens now. They said, now you wait, because somewhere upstairs, Police Chief Kathy Lanier has 90 days to decide whether or not I get a gun carry permit.
I didn't hear anything until early February. Then a sergeant called to investigate my claims of special dangers before he met with Police Chief Lanier about my application. The police department called me to say that Police Chief Lanier has made her decision, so I'm here to get my letter. Keep in mind, any American can apply for a D.C. permit, but only 76 have done it so far. 31 were denied, 5 canceled themselves, and 16 were approved. That means D.C. has approved 20% of applicants so far. Now, guess who was the 15th person the police chief approved? I can't believe it. She said yes. Why me? The letter is clear. I was approved based on 2 different threats against me that I documented with police reports. But the police did not accept the terrorist threat. They said that's a general danger. This is preliminary approval. To get the permit, I have to take 18 hours of classes with an instructor certified by the police. Do that within 45 days and come back for the card. Just a year ago, no one could legally carry a gun in D.C. Today, there are 16 of us who may exercise our Second Amendment right to bear arms. Well, the purpose of this series was to show how the city is abiding by the court decision that the total ban on carrying guns is unconstitutional. Now, as for me, I am going to take those 18 hours of required training. Then I'll get the actual permit. But what I do after that, whether or not I choose to carry a gun in D.C., is a personal decision. So I'm going to keep that private. Steve?
That's right. But of course, if you see Emily Miller on the streets of Washington, D.C., just know she has the license. Emily, why do they make it so hard to get one? It seems like they have so many hoops that you've got to jump over for people who have a genuine need for it.
Well, yes, obviously the city council in D.C. believes that law-abiding people with guns make the city more dangerous. So they do make it as difficult as possible.
All right. It just seems extraordinary that only 20% so far have been approved.
I know, and what's interesting, Steve, is anybody in America can apply. You don't have to be a D.C. resident, but I guess because the hurdle is so high, people just aren't going through it.
Well, congratulations. It's been a long haul, but you finally got your permit. Congratulations.
Unbelievable. Thank you.
All right. Emily Miller from D.C., WTTG. Thank you.